All right, what's going on, everybody? Good afternoon, good evening, good night. If you're on the other side of the world, it is sweltering. I cannot believe how hot it is. We got partially cloudy skies, and there was no humidity till like 11 o'clock in the morning. Then I tell you what, the sun decided to choose violence today, and it just turned it on. I don't know what the hell is going on with that sun out there, but we're like in something called a heat dome here, like right over the Ohio Valley, Kentucky, parts of Indiana, just Tennessee, just and it rained today. When it rained, it felt so good out there. I just went out there. I was just like, my God, this feels good. And then after it rains, what happens? That humidity kicks in. I am I was sweating like a black man going to a white girl's funeral, man. I tell you what right now. But shout out to everybody that's here. We're not going to run long. We're not going to run long because, I know there's a lot going on, and there's far better people out there to talk about it than me. Well, actually, there's not, since I'm the one that told you all this shit was going to happen. But again, what we were told last week about the Xbox layoffs coming have happened, and they hit hard. They hit hard. So close to anywhere from 3,000 to 4,000 people laid off. 4 studios being terminated. They're getting rid of them. And so I put a poll up. I put a poll up on if Sony were to buy one of these studios, and they're not going to buy one of these studios. This is just a little fun exercise. Which studio would you like to see them buy? I chose Double Fine. Because I like their creativity, and they're really good at just off the wall type stuff. But there's Double Fine. There's people talking about Arcane, that Blade is over. But I was emailed, and Blade is not just over budget. It is way the hell over budget. So I can tell you that Sony Bend is one of the studios that could end up with Blade. It's unlikely, but it's just they put it out there. Sony is actively, lukewarm on that because they're making their Marvel games. They got Wolverine coming, so and they could always put Blade into one of their games. Because I think Blade's part of another team if they put that team together. But that's come on, that's way down the road. If you read the comics, you know what I'm talking about. Not a major Blade comic fan. Love T'Challa and T'Chaka's comics, Black Panther. Those are funner comic books for me to read. But I'm older, so I can identify with a lot of the political things going on in that one. But what do you all think? Again, I chose Double Fine. It was Double Fine, Ninja Theory, Compulsion. Which again, the good news, it's terrible. I'm not here to dog out. I've been in the room when when numbers are being cut, numbers are being put up on the wall, on whiteboards, on chalkboards about you were talking about people's lives here. They have mortgages, they have car payments, they may have health issues, and to get this type of email, it's tough. And so I'm not here to throw salt on the wound. I think it sucks that anybody gets laid off. And I mean that. So I'm not here to do shit like that. Fuck that. You got PlayStation fanboys and stuff that they'll do that for you later on tonight and today. They'll do it. If you think I'm going to sit up here and trash people that lost their jobs today, I'm not with that. I don't like that type of stuff. You can go elsewhere. That ain't what I'm about. I would hope that you all here's the way I look at it. All those studios that got cut today, Sony has an opportunity to, if they want, actually go have them make games for Sony. Sony could walk over to Compulsion Lab and say, hey, make South of Midnight 2 Electric Boogaloo or something like that. You know what I'm saying? And here's a bag of cash. Or we'll help you make it, but we want publishing rights. They could go to any one of those studios after everything settles. I want to make this clear. After the dust settles and the contracts get redone, all that stuff. So that's an opportunity for them to do that if they choose to do that. Um, that's my opinion on it. Like I said before, Asha Sharman as an executive, the hardest thing to do is when she said, "Can this be saved?" They told her yes. She asked them how. They're gonna make some hard cuts. They just did that. So now all the stuff that she's sold Satya and Amy the Hood on, she now has to start implementing. I thought it was interesting that she admitted in writing that Game Pass did not do what they thought it was going to do. It wasn't profitable, or it wasn't as profitable as they needed it to be. They said that going multi-plat, while it added value to their company, it didn't add the growth that it didn't add the growth that they were looking for. So that to me tells you why they went multi-plat. Hey, they wanted more growth. They thought they could bring more people into their ecosystem, and people they did not leave Nintendo and Sony to go over into the Xbox ecosystem, and it didn't work. What Phil and Sarah did, talk about Sarah Bond, what they did, it didn't work. So it does make a little more sense now with Tim Dog, and shout out to Tim Dog, what he's been saying about how they very well could put the brakes on all the multi-plat stuff. It doesn't matter to me if they do or they don't. I'm not in their ecosystem. I like Forza. I think that's a good game. I'm looking forward to buying that. I'm buying Halo. But yeah, everything else. State of Decay, I was always lukewarm on that game. I've just never been into that game. But it's a zombie game, and zombie games have their own genre, its own niche. So let those zombie games be zombie games. But overall, this is part of this reset that you all are going through. And I know a lot of you all don't like it. I know your boycott failed. I have Sony stock, and let me check the end of day balance here. Let me check as we would say, our balance sheets. Let's see here. Yeah, if you all are boycotting, I'm gonna show you how bad you failed. Because I'm just going by the numbers. I don't care. You all know I don't care the way you all feel. I'm not being mean, but nobody cares about the way you feel. Again, you have your own feelings, you have your own thoughts. That's fine. You're more than welcome to express them. But please, I don't think anybody cares. Like Linkin Park said back in the day, the way I feel. Let me see if I can put this on the screen. I want to know why your boycott netted more money. Seriously, folks. You all are the worst boycotters I've ever seen. You're not so, okay. Microsoft announcing the layoffs, their stock came down. That should make sense to me. That does make sense to me. Sony, if you all are boycotting them, and here's why your boycott failed. You do realize Spider-Man Brand New Day is coming out in 2 weeks, right? You all realize that. And it is projected to make US dollars. This is US now. It's projected to make over $190 million opening weekend. That's early box. That doesn't include walk up. Okay, so the advanced ticket sales, what they're saying is the advanced ticket sales in the United States are already so the movie already paid for itself. It's already paid for. And that's why their stock rose today, because they're about to add in a couple of weeks. So they're saying buy the damn stock. And again, 5 days ago when your boycott started, it went up. It was up again. You see where it says, if you go left to right, it says 1D, that's 1 day, and in 5 days. So 5 days ago, didn't your boycott start and it failed? I'm just looking at the numbers, guys. Come on. Again, this ain't about the way I feel. It's not about me. It's about you all learning some hard lessons in your lives, aren't you? Learning that you have no power at all. All right? You don't. Everything's already on its own track. As I said, everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. Now, if you listen, you may understand what your future is going to be. However, if you don't listen, you're going to wake up and be mad. That's all I can really say. I feel sorry for you guys in a way. In a way, I don't. But it's what happens when you don't listen, okay? What happened to all you trophy hunters out there that said your trophies matter? Your trophies matter. How come you can't stop what Sony's doing? Oh, your trophies don't matter. See, that's real life. In reality, when you wake up in the morning in your own bed, you kiss your honey goodbye, you make a nice cup of coffee or a cup of tea, or in my case, some lemonade, kiss your girl on the cheek, and then you go outside and it's a big F you. That's reality. Nobody cares. So all that matters here is reality. But I want to see again. I want to see these guys and gals that are boycotting, which is perfectly fine. You have the absolute right to boycott and be angry and all that stuff. I just want to see if you're going to follow through, and me and Doughboy, shout out to Doughboy on 60 Frames No Lag, we're both in lockstep with this shit. Are you all just talking cash shit? Or are you all going to follow through and not buy PlayStation 6 or the handheld or whatever? Go ahead and go all the way 10, as you kids would say. Take it to the 10 and go ahead and sell your PlayStations. If you're mad. I mean, again, I don't know if you are or not. It's your business. But I just want to see if you're going to follow through. I mean, we already know we got a bunch of bitchy babies out there, these zesty boys that are going to complain and not follow through. Let's see you follow through. I don't think you will, because generationally you weren't socially engineered to do anything except complain, and you're doing a very good job of that. And again, this is a Sony stock number today, and this is you had people saying to you things like Sony's afraid to make a post. They literally posted about Spider-Man early this morning. They had Tom Holland and Zendaya and the other young man that's in it, literally in a 3 to 5 minute post. They also posted some gameplay of like 3 or 4 games on their PlayStation YouTube channel or their Twitch channel, something like that. So this is just not that big a deal, guys. I give them credit from what it does look like. They're going to stick to what they're doing. If you don't know, they will still have physical media. It's just their first party studios. It looks like their first party studios in 18 months very well are not going to produce it. They're not going to produce physical copies. But that, again, they always are going to maintain the ability to make physical copies. They just are, because if they get a second party deal or a third party deal, the second party deal, they could say, hey, look, you know what? We want a disc done. We want to press a disc. And Sony will press the disc. Now, I mean, again, if if they get strike a deal with Capcom, you think Capcom won't get a disc done? Come on, Capcom will get a disc done. So, and remember when they say microtransactions and buying digital, they also mean the DLCs and stuff like that. I think a lot of people believe it was they're just talking about the games. Well, they are, but they're also talking about your microtransactions and things like that. So when I bought Mafia during the Days of Play sale, I also got some extra stuff, right? And I'm like, okay, I'll get some extra stuff. And that also counts as a microtransaction, right? So if you also don't know, Sony put a game called, what was the name of that game? Soros. They put Soros in PlayStation Premium today for a 2-hour trial, 2.5 hour trial, if you're interested in that. And I was talking about that on 60 Frames No Lag, how Lynn Tayo, the woman with perfect skin, said that she wants to get more money up out of the people that are already in the ecosystem. So they're going to make premium a little more enticing by saying, oh no, you can do this. And people are like, well, they've had trials in there. Yeah, but Soros just came out a few months ago. Hold on, Alexa. When did the video game Soros come out for PlayStation? Just want to make sure, guys. Okay, thank you. So that game is only 2 months old, give or take. And it's already in Plus for a demo, for a trial. And this is just a way, in Premium, I'm sorry. So this is just a way to entice you all to move into Premium. Like I said before, this is what they're going to do. And again, they're going to bring back some of those games that you all want to play when you're playing online, the Killzone and the Last of Us. That's coming back too. But remember, when it does come back, if it's in premium, then you will just be able to download it. This is my understanding of it. You will be able to download it. If you have Plus, that's the tier I'm in, I'll have to pay for it. Because the goal is to get people like me, the cheapskate, the cheap bastard, to go into the higher tier. So just that's why I'm naming myself so that I don't have to call names. So they want people like me in the lower tier to go ahead and go to a higher tier. That's what she means by getting more out of the people that we got. Now you have people saying that Sony's being anti-consumer. But again, the fact that Sony is actually making something for you to possibly buy as a consumer makes it a pro-consumer move. Your move as a consumer is simply not to buy it. That's all you got to do. Just don't buy it. That's it. That is a very simple strategy. Okay, you don't want to buy the Coca-Cola today. You want the Pepsi, go buy the Pepsi. You don't want the Bubble Yum, you buy the Bubblicious. You don't want Chick-fil-A, you want Wendy's, you go to Wendy's. That's what you do. You vote with your wallets. It's not hard to do. You do it every day. Whether you understand what you're doing, which it does sound like you all don't understand the power you have. But to think you're going to just, and this the only words I can think of is brute force. You think you're going to be able to brute force a multi-billion-dollar company to stop doing something, you're out of your damn minds. I find it highly unlikely that Sony changes its mind. It's possible. I mean, hellfire, we just flew astronauts around the moon. So it is possible that they change their minds, but guys, it's unlikely. And I just see a lot of people. I think there's a couple things going on. I think there's things going on with Grand Theft Auto. A lot of people wanted that game physically. They believe, and I don't blame them thinking it's a conspiracy between Rockstar Games and Sony about the whole physical disc thing, which I love a good conspiracy. You all know I'm a UAP boy, but this one actually does make more sense. I mean, it does. You know, you got a lot of people upset, and Sony crushed the secondary market. So your lesson today is to pay attention to your observable universe. Pay attention to what's going on around you. You all do realize GameStop has been in trouble for close to 6 years, right? Like, it's been in trouble for 6 years. If you read Wall Street Journal, and I assume you don't, but let's just say if you read Wall Street Journal will put out a list of businesses or a list of companies that are in trouble or on thin ice. GameStop's been on that list for the last 4 years. So you all do understand that, right? And what Sony did do with Rockstar Games is kill the secondary market. Now, it's not going to end overnight. You can go to Walmart and Best Buy today and still get your physical games, and they will work. They'll work. So don't cry, dry your eyes, as Slick Rick said back in the day. Okay? So I'm just trying to get you all to understand that everything that's happening was predicted, and it will just it's going to keep going, guys. But it's okay. Again, I'm not mocking. I mean, I am in a way, but I understand why you're upset and you're afraid I'm going to say something off color or worse, on something on color. But I just wanted to show you all what miserable little pricks you are and your boycott failing. I mean, you all had 5 days to put together a boycott, and you can't even do that. And this is because, what's up, Doughboy? How you doing, man? This is because you all were socially engineered not to be able to think for yourselves. I mean, guys, I'm trying not to laugh here. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You all were socially engineered to be exactly what you are. Okay? And what was the plan? The whole plan was to see what a generation of people would be like that got everything. And you all got everything. Okay? Y'all had a black president. You all had hip hop around you that you live with hip hop, you grew up with it. You had everything, MP3s, cell phones, everything, internet, movies on demand. This stuff is unheard of. And it was simply to see what a generation would be like that got everything. And it turned out that a lot of people, unfortunately, became entitled little pricks. So now the parents have to come home and take the keys away from you and lock you in your room, and then we'll let you come out when things are a little bit better. But never have I seen anything like this before, especially something that you can look at numbers and see everybody's buying digital games. When the pandemic hit, everybody's buying habits changed. Now you got people you can get meals delivered to your house because you all can't cook. Okay, so what you do is you order a box meal, and then you put the box meal in the freezer, and then you heat the oven up for 20 minutes. And after 20 minutes, you put your food in, and after 15 minutes, your food is done. That's who you all. You don't know how to prepare things, but again, you were socially engineered not to be able to do these things because everything was made convenient for you. Okay, but I want your all's opinion. What studio, if Sony calls you up right now, if Lin Tayo and Nishino, Mr. Nishino son, called you up and said, "Hey, 4 studios just came undone from Microsoft," but that we know of, and shout out to J-Dub, he was talking about Arcane Studio could be next, right? But as of right now, as 5 o'clock rolls in, that's not, Arcane is still available. What studio would you like to see Sony pick up? Okay? What studio would you like to see Sony manage that has become undone? I chose Double Fine. Everybody's choosing Ninja Theory. So you all like Ninja Theory? Is that where you all are seem to be headed? That's what Sophie's saying. Sophie's like, yeah, you Ninja Theory? Is it Ninja Theory for you? So if it is, it's not a gotcha question. Like I said, I chose Double Fine. So but nobody chose Dead Labs or is it Compulsion Studio? They just take an L. Okay. So well, I like this Equalizer guy. Shout out to the Equalizer 23. See, I like this guy. Winners aren't worried about losers. You damn right. You bet your ass we're not. We're going to add him as a managing moderator because the man's got common sense. See, this is about common sense, people. You all, I know you were jealous of my Cyberpunk cheer. Put a 1 in the chat if you're jealous of my Cyberpunk cheer. My Cyberpunk cheer is so cyberpunkish. I keep sliding out of my chair. It keeps trying to swallow my ass. I don't know what's going on. It likes my cheeks so much. It won't let me out. What's going on? So, so I'm not here to rag on Microsoft. We knew this day was coming. I think it sucks. I hate it for them. I hated it for Microsoft's employees. I hated it for the Bungie employees that Sony let go. So again, I don't like it. I don't like it. And it's a horrible feeling to have to go home to look at your son, look at your daughter, look at your wife, whoever, your baby mama, whoever, your baby daddy, and sit up there and say, I don't have a job. And so if you came here wanting me to gloat, laugh, point fingers, I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it. There'll be people the whole week talking about this stuff, and you don't have to worry about me mocking people losing their jobs. I am not doing it. So, somebody said that Blade looks mid. We haven't seen any gameplay. We haven't seen gameplay, so I don't know. I do not know. You believe government fixed numbers? Fixed whose numbers? No, I don't believe the government can fix numbers. Not in a free market. In a social market, they can, and they can also set they can set boundaries, but they can't fix numbers. So let's see here. Philip Sin is in the house. How you doing, young man? Destiny says GTA 6 pre-orders are still #1 on PSN, Amazon worldwide. Outrageous. Yeah, I mean it's and which version of it is? Do you know which version of that is? You know, is it the ghetto version? Is it the EBT card version? Let's see here. You said #1 on Amazon. I'm just gonna check. I believe you. I got to check Amazon anyway because to make sure that my 5070 is still in its cart. And let's see here. Video games. PS5. Yeah, you're right. Yep. Grand Theft Auto. Yep. GTA 6. GTA 6. Yep. Number 1. Yeah. Oh, and it's the big version. It's the Big Daddy version too. So that tells me that when I told you all on 60 frames no lag to get it ready, it looks like you all got it ready. Looks like you all got it ready. But yeah, #1. All right. If I'm looking at it right. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Pre-order price guarantee. So that what does that tell you? If you have a price guarantee, the price could go up, can it? That should tell you that. It's like if you go to a movie theater, they have selective pricing. Have you heard of that? So like with Steven Spielberg's movie, Disclosure Day, when I went and saw it Saturday, it was one price. Then I went back the next day because I double featured it. I doubled it. Double up. And on Sunday it was more expensive. I said, well, it was cheaper yesterday. And he was like, well, it's selected pricing. And I'm like, you got to be effing kidding me. So just letting you all know. So Harry Tran in the house, how you doing? Nathan Drake says Sony has every right to stop used game market. It's their product. Yeah, they do. They do. I agree. I mean, you're not getting an argument out of me. You want to control everything in your marketplaces as much as you can. And that's what they're doing. Yeah. So you bought it 2 months ago and beating it. What did you buy 2 months ago? What'd you buy 2 months ago? Brute force shows basic math aren't their strong suit. Yeah, well, they tried to brute force it. I mean, but again, they're doing exactly what they were socialized to do. So when you're socialized to be stupid, you're going to be stupid. So, and good grief. So these people are not very smart because they don't observe the world around them. So, I mean, I'm hurt here. That watching for, oh yeah. So everybody's choosing Ninja Theory, man. You all love you some Ninja Theory. Oh, I mean, all right. I'm not, like I said, it wasn't a gotcha question. I'm just kind of picking you all's brains. I don't get it. Oh, you want a Heavenly Sword remake? I never could get into those games. I just could never get into it. I mean, they're very popular. I mean, I'm not knocking. It's just not something for me. So D9 says, you don't think Sony should acquire it? Well, I'm not saying that they should either. I'm saying it's just a hypothetical. If they were to purchase one of these studios, out of those 4 that are there, which ones would you like to see them get? I'm a fan. I like Double Fine as far as their creativity. So I chose Double Fine. But that's me. I mean, they're not going to buy them. I'm not saying they are. What they can, however, do is they can now go to all those studios and cut deals. So they could say, like I said, they could say we want South of Midnight Part 2 to only be on PlayStation. And they can go in there with a bag of cash and say, make the game for us and we'll publish it. So, and I'm not here to say that that's what they're going to do. I'm just saying it's something that they could do. Or they could go to Double Fine and say, make this, or, whatever. So, Nini said he couldn't care less about the layoffs. Well, I mean, again, I care about it in a sense that the people that it's happening to, that sucks. That sucks. I mean, it sucks. It effing sucks. So, I'm not here to mock the layoffs. I'm here to simply say that if you look at your observable universe around you, you would see that this was going to happen. And again, Asha Sharma, don't squeeze the Sharma. She's out there with she's the Axe Man now, the Axe Girl. She's walking around just taking an axe. I mean, that's all you can really say. So this is a tough day. It's been a tough week because the Bungie layoffs and then all these layoffs. It sucks. It sucks. That's all I can really say. It sucks. So, oh man. So you like to see crybabies still crying, still killing physical. Well, yeah. I mean, but if they're going to cry, they can cry. My whole thing is, and what I was saying to Doughboy, who was here in the chat earlier, shout out to him. He is saying, and I agree with him. Let's see if they're going to continue. Are they going to follow through and actually do something? That's it. Are they going to do something? Because again, based on the way they're socially engineered, they're going to complain. They're very good at complaining, but they're not going to follow through with anything. So that's what I would wait to see. And again, I'm in agreement with him. So, but as far as what's going on, this is stuff that I foresaw. But when you get people who think that, going after a rare trophy or, whatever is observable reality, it's not. It's their reality. To them, that's as real as it gets. But what's happening around you is that you're in the midst of a global reset of marketplaces. And because that is happening, a lot of people are getting kind of stranded. I mean, I'm hearing people say Sony doesn't care about us. No, I mean, well, what? The question is, why would you believe that a corporation whose job it is to make things for you to consume, why do you even get to a point where you think they care about you? But I now know the answer to that question thanks to my lovely girlfriend who is a sociologist or has a degree in sociology. She said it's social engineering. That's it. They're socially engineered to believe these things. They believe that loyalty is important. It's not, but that's what they believe. And since that's what they believe, that's the reality that they live in. Now, they live in a shitty reality, but because Sony and Microsoft and Apple and Dell, their job is just to simply make things for us to consume. And we have the power to consume them or not. So, when you're looking at Sony and Rockstar Games, they have decimated a secondary market that a lot of us use, and we adapted our lifestyles to the secondary market, and that's something we should have never done. We should have never done that. But overall, if you're not taught to not do it, you're going to do it, and you get engineered to absolutely do it. I'm going to try to pull up another screen. Something that Sony is going to do. I mean, I think Harry Tran and a couple other people in the chat, you all better get ready to laugh at this shit. This comes courtesy of SPR, a friend of the program. Jesus, what am I doing over here? Okay, let me find this. Hopefully, if I can pull this up correctly, we're gonna get a nice little laugh here. Let's see here. Okay. So, well, do we use this one? This one is good too. Yeah, we'll use this one. I think this one. The other one is good as well. So, if you don't know, let me put this on the screen for you all. Sony is for all you people that are out here bitching because you're getting priced out. Sony is allegedly, well, no, alleged to it. They're offering an EBT card for all you broke bitches out there who can't afford things. So what you do you can go ahead and get your stamps put on this card and get you a PlayStation. It's also guaranteed to help you get 100 trophies. Oh my God. So make sure you pick this up. gracious. I mean, I never, oh man, shout out to SPR for this one. And if you don't know, those numbers up there, they spell you're broke as hell. That's what those numbers spell. Oh my gosh. Up here complaining about prices. If you're complaining about prices, you do not need to be buying video games, okay? I mean, people saying that. I'm never gonna forget what MBG said when he said Sony forced me to buy a CD player. Like, no, they didn't. The CD player is an accessory. Oh man, somebody help me. I mean, somebody help me with this stuff. And these people, man, I tell you what. Oh man. Like, you all woke up and got a big FU in your face is what happened. Wow. But shout out to SPR for the EBT card. You want to see a close-up of the card, as you can see right there. It expires in 2029, so that, and the games are going to go up, just so you know, so you understand. Sony is charging more for their hardware. They're charging more for the services within that hardware. So you should be able to logically come to the conclusion. You should logically be able to come to the conclusion that Sony is going to charge you more for the software. That's just a logical leap. Okay? This is a logical leap. It's a logical leap. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, man. But get on the bandwagon. Get that EBT card for your Sony PlayStations. You all can go ahead and afford it. When you're, I mean, I don't know. I think starting this fall with Wolverine, you should be able to order this, which, if you don't know, I canceled Wolverine physical. I canceled college football and Madden physical, and I'm going to buy them digitally. So I'm going to just pile on. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. I am piling on now. So that's what I'm doing. I don't want to hear lip. And now what you kids say, I don't want to hear no lip. I don't want to hear your bullshit. Everything is proceeding as I have foreseen. Everything is. So you should be, I'm telling you now, you need to start being ready to pay more for your games. Just be ready. So your standard version of games will go from 69 to 79. Your premium, or whatever you want to call them, premium or special, digital, whatever it's called, they're going to go from $89 to $99 or $100. And if they do a collector's edition or special, whatever you want to call it, that will go up to about $129 to $149. So just be prepared to pay those prices. I would hope you would be, I'll take that back. I hope you're ready to pay those type of prices. Now, if you don't want to pay those prices, you don't have to. You absolutely have a right to just not pay anything. So, I mean, I'm just saying, all right, that's your choice. You have a choice. I have a choice. I have decided that when I was told 2 years ago that Grand Theft Auto was going to be the first $100 mainstream game, I decided to keep waiting and listening to the people in the marketplaces. I'm not talking about the gaming market. I'm talking about the overall marketplaces. And when Trump got into office, a lot of deregulation happened, if you don't know, and we have a deregulated market. You're going to have a lot more capital come in. You also have to remember that Grand Theft Auto was delayed not once but twice. And because it was delayed twice, the people who are putting investment money in, again, they're still paying out money to make the game, and they're not getting anything back. So the way they get their money back is to charge us more money. Again, it's being passed over to us as consumers. Now, as consumers, we have a right. We can complain. That's, again, let me make this clear. You have the absolute right to complain. You also, but all you can do about it is to follow that up. Are you going to follow it up with some kind of action? I say, are you, not if you do, because I don't think you will. I don't think you are socially engineered to do anything except complain, which you do a good job. So that's what you're doing now. That's why I'm kind of doing this kind of tongue in cheek. But if you really want to send a message, and it's totally up to you, if you really want to send a message, then what you're going to do is not buy a PlayStation 6. You're not going to talk about PlayStation 6, and you're not even going to mention it. Okay, you're gonna ixnay out the conversation and go do something else. And that's for anybody. That's for anybody, up, down, black or brown. Okay, anybody up, down, black, white, or brown, you have a choice. So, but to think, and again, we saw the stock price. I mean, I had people telling me that Sony was scared to post on social media. I'm like, what about the fact that it's a holiday weekend? They said, well, they're a Japanese company. Well, Japan shot off fireworks. I don't know if people knew that or not. Japan shot off a bunch of fireworks for July 4th. So it's just that it was an overall worldwide celebration. And Japan wants to stay on good terms with Trump, and they did. They were like, yeah, we'll shoot some fireworks off our bridges, and that's exactly what they did. So, and again, they aren't the only ones that the French did things, the Brits did things, the Canadians did things. So again, they aren't the only ones. I'm just saying. And so, but let me go ahead and read what you all are saying. And after that, we'll get on up out of here because I'm going to eat some fajitas. So again, the poll that I have up here is very simple. With all the studios that have come undone, so to speak, from Microsoft, is there a studio that if Sony called you up, said, hey, we're going to buy one of these studios, we only buy one, what do you want us to buy? And it's Double Fine, Dead Labs, Compulsion, and Ninja Theory. Overall, this overwhelmingly, you all say Ninja Theory. So just wow. So Ninja Theory, so let me go ahead and shut that down. Ninja Theory overwhelmingly. So you all are big fans of Ninja Theory. That's cool. So you all saying Ninja Theory. So Equalizer's Double Fine Studio will be the second least advantageous acquisition, although Sony typically benefits from supporting creative studios. To date, Double Fine isn't likely to move hardware. Well, no, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not, like I said, it's not a gotcha question. It's just, hey, this kind of an in general throwing it out there. Yeah, I like their creativity, but that's me. That is me. I agree. I don't think they would move a lot of stuff, though. I agree with you on that. So, says he's going to order Wolverine. There you go. Got another one. Philip Sin 22. He's joining the digital brigade. Lady Gamer in the house. She's not canceling her. I mean, yeah. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, speak with your wallets. So they can complain, but that GTA IP is too strong. Yeah. It's and again, I'm all for people. Go ahead and complain. I mean, I'm not. Go ahead. Just remember that nobody really cares. So, and yeah, Sony could come out tomorrow in theory and change their minds. I agree. It's just, it's unlikely, especially after they retooled their plant. So, you're not being told what to do in your opinion. Yeah, I know. I agree. I don't know. If you have a choice, you're not being told what to do. So and again, you do not have to buy a disc drive to play games. You don't. I mean, they have a 2 terabyte drive in there. So either Bungie make Destiny 3 or get rid of them. Well, we're gonna find out. I think Bungie could be tasked to do something else. We're gonna see. So, Brother Numpsy says he has small kids who are Yeah, I understand. Look, I mean, like I'm telling you right now, bro. The people that actually have grown ass lives, don't care about this stuff. I agree that yeah, I mean the people that I know that have families, they don't care about this. They're like whatever, I'll just, and again, I'll miss it. I miss the midnight release. The last midnight release I went to was, oh well, hell, I can't tell you that. For video games was for Grand Theft Auto 4. That's how long ago it was. So when was that? Alexa, when did Grand Theft Auto hold on. Alexa, when did Grand Theft Auto 4 come out for release? Okay. Okay. So 2008. So that I went to a midnight launch. It was a Monday night, 2008. Now, Grand Theft Auto 5 was supposed to be a midnight release, but there were so many people trying to buy the game that GameStop started selling the game at 10 o'clock Eastern time. Like they sold early. They sold early. So we didn't get a midnight release for that. So it's been damn near 20 years since I did a midnight release. So I, I'll miss it. It's cool to be in line for a midnight release and talk to different people, things like that. But it's guys, we're not doing it anymore. Technically, we're not doing it anymore. I mean, you could have a release party at your house and download Grand Theft Auto there if you want to. So, you wish, well now, active wish you would buy a disc, but they damage it. Yeah, I agree. I mean, again, I mean, grown ass men with wives and kids are not caring about this stuff. I understand. So we don't need Xbox bad juju. Well, my favorite game series was born on Xbox. It's called Mass Effect. So, and Xbox published the first Mass Effect. So I'll always be fond of Xbox because that's a retro game now. That game came out in 2007, but I still will remember the first 30 minutes. You could tell the first 30 minutes of that game, you knew you were playing something that was going to be a classic, and it didn't let me down. All three of those games were really good. Mass Effect Andromeda, we can talk about that one. That's kind of like the drunk uncle you don't want to come to the party, right? So, Lady Gamer, she's been digital for 8 years. There you go. What's up, all day? How you doing? Yeah, 2008. Yeah, so that's the last midnight release I was at. Pause. Jenna Hayes in the house. Didn't you say you have a loan service for PlayStation 6? It's up there on the screen, that EBT card. There it is. Loan service, baby. EBT card for Sony. Go ahead and get you one. It's going to be expensive, so I would recommend, if you want one, and this is myself included, we start saving now. I would save minimum $1,000 for it. I would save $1,000. Just have it ready, and worst case scenario, you walk into the store, since everybody's boycotting it, right? We won't have to fight scalpers for it or anything like that. We'll just walk into our favorite store and we'll purchase it. So just go ahead and do that. That's what I'm going to do. But I'm walking in there with a jizzle, with a G. So I'll be happy about that. So the last physical game you had was The Last of Us Part 2, even triple dip when it came to PS5. Yeah, I had that game too. I've got it. I've got 1 and 2. So, and that people told us that it's not the same. It's what I tell people is that the AI is better with these remakes, with the PS5 versions. It looks a lot cleaner. The sound is better. It's a better version of that game all around. And when you finish the game, because I was streaming it one day, and Ellie had on different shirts and stuff like that. Everybody's like, well, where did she get the different shirts from? Well, if you finish the game, and I know I'm accused, I stand accused, like Ronan the Accuser, of not finishing my games. But when you finish The Last of Us, you go ahead and you can choose different clothing for Joel and Ellie and different weapon colors and different skins, but you have to finish the game. You have to finish the game, and you have to do one playthrough to open up that stuff. So, and you don't have to be a completionist, but you have to complete the game. So that is why when I play The Last of Us, Ellie has on different clothes. Okay, that's why she has on different clothes. So says Mass Product says if nothing, at least this backlash will hopefully start conversation around digital rights. Yeah, maybe. Now that's a different story though, but I don't disagree with that. But if the people who are leaning digital don't give a damn about the digital rights, then nobody's going to give a damn about the digital rights. I could care. I understand what people are upset about. It's like, okay, Avatar, the Avatar movies that are out now that are streaming on Disney Plus, I'd rather buy them and own them. Now that's me. But like someone like my girlfriend doesn't care. She just wants to stream it on her TV. So we're two different kind of consumers. But I don't disagree with that. That is I agree with you that that's a conversation that does need to be had. But this brute force attack of this boycott based on the numbers did not affect Sony at all. Sony's stock number is up today. Now, I believe it's up because Spider-Man's coming out and it's projected to make opening weekend close to $200 million domestic. So that means more people are going to buy your stock because in a couple of weeks, boom, this is going to hit, right? So, oh, thank you before I leave. Well, thank you. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you, everybody that's here, by the way. You all got plenty of people to go listen to. I'm going to get on up out of here. It's about 5:30. I am getting hungry. It's fajita time. Then we're going to watch Project Hail Mary. Hail Mary. So, and go from there. But y'all have a good rest of the day. Thank you all for coming. Should be y'all had a good time. All I can really say is, yes, you're going to have a lot of people out here struggling here if they don't start paying attention to their observable surroundings. That's what Sophie's saying. She's like, you better listen. You better listen. Also start getting ready to pay more for your games, okay? Sony is going to raise the cost of their games it's going to happen, guys. It's going to happen, okay? And it would behoove us all to get it ready. But you all take it easy. You all stay blessed. Don't let the bugs bite. And, all that good groovy kind of love. Deuces.